This secret blueprint for perfect parks. Sounds kind of dramatic, right? But seriously, think about it. You've probably walked through a public park that just looks perfect, effortless. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes to make it look that way? Yeah, that feeling. When the grass is perfectly green, the trees are shaped just right, everything feels so peaceful and intentional. So, how does that happen? Is it just, a bit of luck? Or is there something much more deliberate at play? Well, spoiler alert, it is definitely not a happy accident. That beauty you see is actually the end result of a super precise, almost scientific plan. And today we're going to pull back the curtain and show you the actual blueprint that makes it all happen. Which brings us to our first big idea here. Beauty is no accident. Seriously. Every single one of those perfectly manicured lawns, every healthy tree, it's all there because of some incredibly detailed planning. And this is what we're talking about. This is the real deal. It's the official plan for horticulture and landscaping maintenance, and it's part of Saudi Arabia's National Asset and Facility Management Guide. It's this massive, detailed document that literally spells out how to take care of all the country's public parks and green spaces. So one of the first things that jumps out is how they break everything down. They basically split the entire park into two different categories. First, you've got what they call soft landscaping. Think of this as all the living stuff, the grass, the trees, the shrubs, the green heart of the park. And then there's hard landscaping. This is the structural stuff, right? The bones of the park, the pathways, the benches, all the stonework. And this plan, it covers both in amazing detail. And when I say this plan is comprehensive, I mean it. We're not just talking about your little local park down the street. This one single blueprint is used for everything. We're talking huge city parks, national parks, botanical gardens, even beach parks and zoos. It's one unified system for pretty much any public green space you can think of. Okay, so we know what it covers, but how does it all actually work day to day? Well, that's what we're getting into next. This is where you really see how maintenance is both a science and an art. So this is the workflow, the step-by-step process that happens over and over. It all kicks off with a simple visual inspection. Someone walks the park every day, just looking for issues. Let's say they spot a broken branch. Okay, step 2, assess the need. Is this a safety hazard? Does it need fixing now? If the answer is yes, a formal work order gets created. That sends a qualified team out to do the actual work. And once they're done, the order is closed out and documented. It's this constant cycle: spot, assess, fix, document. Repeat. Right, and a key thing to understand is that not all maintenance is created equal. The plan breaks it down into 3 types. First, you have routine maintenance. That's your daily stuff, picking up litter, quick safety checks, simple. Then you've got preventative maintenance, and this is the really smart part. This is the scheduled, planned work designed to stop problems before they even happen. It's all about catching small things early to avoid a huge, expensive fix down the road. And finally, there's seasonal maintenance. The big jobs like major pruning or planting that only happen at certain times of the year. Let's dig into an example, something like pruning a tree. You and I might just see someone trimming branches to make it look tidy. But this plan shows there's so much more to it. Every single cut has a specific goal. Are they doing it to get rid of a dead branch that could be dangerous? Or are they trying to improve the tree's overall structure so it grows stronger? Maybe it's just to make sure sightlines are clear for safety. The why completely changes how they do it. It's not just trimming, it's a strategic operation. And if you want to talk about precision, check this out. This is not guesswork at all. The plan actually specifies that a single tree needs between 10 and 15 kilograms of organic fertilizer over the winter. Think about that. They've calculated the exact amount needed to keep that one tree healthy. Every little detail is dialed in. Okay, so we've been deep in the weeds, literally, on parks. But now I want you to take a big step back with me. Because as incredibly detailed as this park plan is, it's just one tiny piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. Honestly, the true scale of what's going on here is kind of mind-blowing. Remember, the document we've been looking at is just one manual out of a whole library of them. Because that same massive national framework that tells you how to fertilize a tree, it also has guides for, well, pretty much everything else. I'm talking about plans for HVAC systems, for keeping the roads running smoothly, for waste management, for pest control, even for security systems, the electrical grid, and elevators and escalators. It is a complete top-to-bottom blueprint for managing an entire country's public assets. So, you see all this complexity, all this planning, And you have to wonder, why? Why go to all this trouble? I mean, why have such a crazy detailed system for something as simple as a public park? Well, the plan itself actually tells us the answer right up front. The goal is, and I'm quoting here, to maintain aesthetically attractive landscape facilities for the general public. And that's it. It's that simple. At the end of the day, all this science and all this planning is about one thing: making sure people have beautiful, enjoyable places to go. It's all for us. And it's really important to remember that this isn't some automated system run by robots. The plan makes it super clear that this whole thing works because of skilled people. It says every job has to be overseen by a qualified landscaping specialist and that the staff need continuous training to stay on top of their game. It's a real shout out to the professionals who are out there doing the work every day. So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're walking through a park and you see that perfect lawn or that beautifully shaped tree, now that you know about the hidden blueprint, about all the science and the strategy that went into it, are you ever going to see it the same way again?